All right, welcome everyone. It's Lindsay, Gerald, and Melissa. How's it
Hello.
going, you two?
Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
So good. You look so
Spring,
springy over
right?
there.
Wow.
You're so nice.
It's nice outside. So excited.
And it's Friday, so Gerald is already in his weekend sweatshirt. So we're like embracing the spring and weekend. Okay, so this is not that, I mean, I say this every time, every episode is, I'm so excited about it, but this one is really about 90s nostalgia. We're gonna start with that. So before we get into the Cozy Life mini magazine that Melissa's going to dive into, we have to talk about the 90s because that's trending right now.
What's
So
your prime,
Gerald, what's your personal story?
Oh, the 90s were fun. I graduated high school, went to college, and then one of my first jobs, my first corporate job out of college was at Eddie Bauer. I was working in their marketing department. And I don't know if people still do this, but they had an Eddie Bauer catalog where you could order stuff using a phone. Like you would call in and talk with somebody to order something from a magazine. So I was involved. Yeah.
Dream job, helping people shop.
Oh man, amazing job.
It's kind of cool that we're getting back to the this magazine catalog route.
Yeah, I think people like to have that. Like I have our denim guide here, and it's just nice to have something to hold and to look through and read. And I love that.
Yeah. What about you, Lindsay? What are your favorite 90s moments? I know you were super young, so maybe it's things you discovered later.
Yeah, I was born in 86. But you know what's funny is my sister's 10 years older than me. So I watched a lot of movies and stuff like that I probably shouldn't have. So she was big into like watching The Craft. And so I just loved their style in that movie, kind of that like goth witchy kind of coolness.
Yes.
But
personal style, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. And then, of course, I loved Clueless because Cher's Closet is everything and is still, I've yet to see that in a listing. I'm like, I need to see this.
We saw one of those closets. Yes. We did. It was in like Hood Sport. It was, yep. Yeah, it was a giant closet with a little button that you push in the hole, like at a dry cleaner's.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having so many clothes?
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the computer system Cher had, but the actual like rotating closet.
Yeah, dress me, and then oh my gosh, amazing. But and then of course the Spice Girls were everything. So their style, like I wanted to wear it all. So yeah, that was pretty much my 90s time frame. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love it. It's so funny. Like, all my nieces that are in their young 20s were born in the 2000s. And
I know. My niece and nephew, same. It's like, oh my gosh. The 2000s, we'll have to do a separate episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be fun too.
That would be fun. Yeah. What about you, Melissa?
So I think part of my fashion journey started with Sears and JCPenney catalogs. Because my family would get those and they were literally like this thick of a book. And I would play with them. Like I would rip the pages out, cut out the people, and I would literally play with them like they were dolls.
Oh, you're so cute.
I was weird. Like, but like if I'd go to my grandma's house or something, she's like, oh, I have some toys for you to play with. I'm like, do you have the new JCPenney catalog?
Yeah. There's a couple of these catalogs that were like, I can't think of them, but
Delia.
I follow. Yeah. Wait, say it again.
Delia's.
Yes. That one. Yes.
Yeah, that one was pretty hip.
Yeah.
So I graduated high school in 99. So my high school years were late 90s. And Kristen, my friend Kristen, and I grew up together, and we were obsessed with J.Crew. So we were always going through the J.Crew catalog, and the J.Crew catalog too would have that little like slip you could fill out and then put
Yeah.
your check and send your order in the mail. Or if you wanted it faster, you could call and place your order. So
With Gerald. Yeah.
yeah, who knows?
Yeah. I love it.
I think probably most kids in the 90s were shopping at the mall. Maybe not so much the J. Crew catalog, but yeah, we
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
Bruno wants to join us today.
Bruno, I love you. Yes. Let's get his take on the 90s.
So really, like, my love for, the old style catalog and print is what did inspire me to keep going with this like cozy life concept for a little mini magazine. I love social media. I love shopping online. Like, I love all the digital things that we have at our fingertips. But there's just something nice about having something printed that you could look at, something you could refer back to. So I've really enjoyed it. And it also kind of goes back more to slow fashion too, where it's not like I can't have this be so trendy and so fast that in 2 weeks nobody cares about it. Like, I just want good outfits, on real people, attainable fashion that is a tool. So if someone has this, next spring, they can still look at it and find inspiration. So it also, kind of ties back into slow fashion, which in general is something we should think about, right? Like, fashion just was getting a little too fast and
Too
trendy.
fast. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll get into thrifting, but it's also being able to like utilize, okay, I haven't worn that shirt in a while, and like just blending it with your, you don't have to, constantly
Yes,
be
just
buying
like
new.
in your home, right? Like,
Yeah.
you build onto what you have. You're not
Yes.
getting rid of everything and buying everything new every season. And that's why at the shop too, we have pre-loved items.
Yeah.
So like everything doesn't have to be brand new, right? I also want to talk a little bit about the transition from Camino magazine to Cozy Life. So last year we did Camino magazine with Samantha. And those were gorgeous. It was so fun to work with Samantha and put together like just a really high quality publication. So after, I think we did 3 issues, and then it ended up just being a little bit too much work for both of us with our businesses and children. So we took a break from that, and then I was still feeling the itch to put together a fashion feature. So I just make these on my own now. They're not for sale, they are for free. Gerald pays for the printing, so you'll see our real estate listings on the back. So thank you, Gerald, for paying for the printing. So that's how we're able to offer them for free. And then also the name Cozy Life, I wanted to do because I want it to be like a feeling, not necessarily a place, because I think these outfits would be really cute, in California or in Texas. I mean, wherever you are. But it's just that feeling of like a relaxed vibe that's pretty and timeless.
Yeah, because we have customers that come and visit, obviously visitors on the island on Camino, and they shop at the Camino shop, and they're like, "Oh, I'm flying back to Texas tomorrow," or like you said, California. So, I mean, we have, customers all over the place. So it fits in perfect.
It's really interesting. We've started asking customers for their, city and state where they live to add with their customer profile. And it is interesting how many people travel to Washington and stop by Camino Island and go to the shop. So it's pretty cool. Or people that used to live here and have moved and
Yeah.
they're visiting. So it's
Yeah.
been
That
fun.
yeah, that trends quite a bit actually, which is so cool. Awesome.
Um, let's see. Sorry. Um, I think I went through like all the things I love about the cozy life. Um,
Well, I think
yeah,
one of the, I don't know if you're going to talk about this later, but the cozy life is great because you can exercise your creativity with the photo shoot
yeah.
and your models
Mhm.
and using like some of our rental properties for shooting locations. And
Mhm.
I think it's, I know you get a lot of happiness from that, being able to put the creativity and work with really great photographer Anna Joy
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
Mhm.
all your models. It's what was that show you like to watch?
Oh, America's Next Top
Yeah,
Model.
so kind of.
Yeah, that aged great.
Yeah.
I don't think you watched the new documentary
I
yet,
haven't
which
seen it yet.
was entertaining. No, I definitely was obsessed with that show, and I
Me
did
too.
love the photo shoots, like
Yes.
the creative
Yeah,
backdrops and the challenges and the things that they had to do.
Yeah.
Poor Katrina, she was like 8.5 months pregnant, and I was like, "Can you lay on the floor?" Um,
Or when we did our first shoot together at the Sunset Cabin and we were shooting summer and spring
oh,
or something or the so you're always shooting not during the period of so you're either
yes,
freezing but you have to look warm or
yes.
you're sweating but you have to look like oh it's so nice some
I
breeze.
remember. I think you were in a photo of fall or holiday shoot that we
Yes,
did in the summer at the lake house, and I
yes.
kept sort of teasing you guys like, how about we add this coat?
It was so hot. It was so hot. But it's okay. At least we had a shady tree or, under the porch to cool off. So
Some
it's fun.
water and snacks.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm
Real
very
life.
appreciative of the models and just the talent that we have around us. I usually have people helping style. Like it's a little bit intimidating for me to like style all the outfits too. So the
Mm-hmm.
models, especially like Tara, has been really helpful in
Yeah.
styling, and Lillian, who's our usually our youngest at the shoot. I'll lean on her too. I'm like, well, what shoes would you wear with this dress? Like I
Yeah.
want to make it feel real, right? Like I don't want to force ideas onto models of outfits they wouldn't wear. So
Yeah.
that's also been really fun too. And
Mhm.
that actually ties into the denim guide. So we also put together, yes, and
you
there's Miss Lindsay.
Right
made the
there.
cover.
I did. I will frame this. Yes. No, it's amazing. Yeah. And actually, that is a good segue into it because prepping for this shoot was so much fun and we were able to basically shop the
Mhm.
store before the shoot and try on all the jeans
Yeah.
and what we liked like our top two and
Mhm.
what made us feel comfortable and what we would normally wear
Mhm.
and there were a lot of us and it was a good blend.
9.
Yeah, it was such a fun shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, and just so you know, Lindsay, the top selling jean is the Carly,
Oh no.
which is one that you picked and modeled.
Yes, I love that.
So
So
good
good.
job
It's the
finding a
pockets.
winner.
I know.
Pocket.
The pockets are so cool. I just
Yeah.
every good. Okay.
Well, I think the denim guide is pretty awesome because there. How many styles do you have in there?
There's 20.
20. I didn't realize how many different styles you had bought. I thought it was just like six or seven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 20.
Yeah, there's one or maybe two perfect
Yeah, some are more petite
fits. Yeah.
friendly, some are more
Mhm.
curvy friendly, some are more tall girl friendly. So
Yeah.
the team is really good now at kind of directing people towards like the three or four that the customer is probably going to love the first time they try on. So
Mhm.
that's why there are so many. The intention isn't that one person would like all 20 of them, because
Right.
it's just not practical. So having um, different kind of groupings for different people. And it's been really fun too to see the ages of, teenagers that like the jeans, and also their grandmas,
Yeah.
picking the same jeans. And I love that so much.
Hmm. Yeah. No, it's amazing. And having them shop together,
Hmm.
and I've had that happen too, where like, oh, I feel too like these are too young for me. And I'm like,
Mm.
oh, they're not. That you
Hmm.
look
They're
good, you
not.
feel good in them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And I
So
don't buy anything that's too wild. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or too
right.
outrageous. So I'm hoping that people feel like what we've brought into the store is like vetted, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you will not
Yeah.
look silly.
Kristen and I were chatting because she had just worn I love the jeans that have the flower prints on them. I don't know if those
Yes.
Yes.
next.
They're so
But of
cute.
course I sent her a message. I'm like, oh my gosh, those are so cute on you. And she's like, I've maybe owned 2 jeans before working at the Camino shop. And I was like, same
Really?
girl, same. Now we own all the jeans.
I think
Because
Yvonne said she has like 9 or 10 pairs.
yeah, my jean stack is just, and that's crazy. I'm wearing the barrels right now. They're my favorite. I love barrels. Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the initial reason why I made the Cozy Life denim guide, is because, especially during the winter, like I haven't been at the store. So I wanted something that my staff could, they could be educated on the denim and why we picked it and how to style it, and, how to work with customers on which ones to try. Um, and then kind of the next step is that a customer can also self-discover the jeans. So, if they just wanted to pick up a pick up a guide, take it home for the weekend, and then come back and shop and kind of feel like, oh, I really want to try the Carly, or I want to try the Parker, and they kind of feel like they have a start, versus like walking into a store and just seeing a bunch of jeans and feeling completely overwhelmed or defeated before they even start.
Yeah.
And I also talk about body image in this book, because women always say, like, oh, I'll come back and try on jeans. I'm not mentally prepared for it today.
Yeah. So true.
And it's so common that women say that, and they don't say that when they're trying on tops or jackets or shoes or scarves. There's something with jeans, that just, I don't know if it's like some kind of PTSD of the last time they tried on jeans and they didn't feel good, or maybe they went up a size and they didn't feel good about that. So just really kind of getting into shopping for jeans with the right mindset. And first of all, the number doesn't matter.
It
And I
doesn't.
even tell customers when they start to try on jeans that even within the different jean style, you're probably going to wear a different size in
Hmm.
each one. So it's really just a guide. Oh, let's try on a bigger pair, or let's try on a smaller pair. But the actual number, it does not matter.
Yeah. No.
um, And then, like Lindsay had mentioned too, like the styling of having the models pick out the jeans. So it just feels very real and not too, I like things to be pretty, but I don't want them to be fake, right?
Yeah. Yeah, not at all. Well, and then my favorite part is the shoe guide
Mm-hmm.
in the back. Like I love
Yeah.
that so much because there are certain shoes that aren't as comfortable to wear with specific jeans. Like I'm wearing the barrels right now, and I've
Yeah.
tried to wear like tennis shoes with them, and it
Mm-hmm.
just it didn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
So with boots or a
Yeah.
nice like flat or loafer or something like that, just I'm like, oh well, this elevates the outfit.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, and it really depends on like your height, your body type, and your personal style because like
Hmm.
Lindsay feels like wearing the sneakers with the barrel jean is just too casual. But on someone whose style is casual, it might look great on them, right? So
Yeah.
it's all very there's not like one rule to follow. Kind of the fun and scary thing about fashion is that you get to kind of play with it and see what
Yeah.
works for you. I think where when people try on jeans and they're scared of what shoes to wear, a lot of it has to do with like cluttering up the ankle. So
Yeah.
if it's like a shorter, wide leg, you wouldn't want an ankle length boot that's wide because those
Right.
two, like the top of the shoe and the bottom of the jean, it's like fighting for attention.
Yes. That was my problem with the sneaker and these jeans. Like
Yes.
it was just too much. Yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly. I love that you said that.
Yeah. And then, and I'm still, I mean, I love fashion and I love putting outfits together, but I'm always working on my style too and like struggles I have when I get dressed. And I also, this isn't in the guide, but I'm really loving the like sandwich method of an outfit where you have like your jeans and then you wear the same color top and shoe.
Oh.
And then it's just like a easy, cute, put together outfit. So I'm starting to look at the shoes that I wear all the time and be like, do I have a top that same color? And then
Ooh.
you could always add like a second layer on top or a cute coat, but at least you have like this really good base.
I love
So I don't
that.
know. It's just there's fun little tricks or
Yeah.
inspiration
And that's
that
not too much like overwhelming to
no.
remember because sometimes I get to like, oh my gosh, what am I going to pair? What am I going
Hmm.
to wear today? What's going to look cute? So,
Yes.
yeah, no, I love that.
And coming into spring and summer is so much easier because you don't have to worry about socks.
Oh,
So, I, Gerald, how do you feel about jeans? I know this isn't quite like maybe your
Boot cut.
topic. Boot
That's
cut.
guys. I think more simple.
yeah,
Well, guys are good at like having a uniform, like, hey, this is the kind of jean I like. I like sweatshirts. I like weekend sweatshirts.
yeah, you
Jeans are
know,
easy for me because it's just dark wash and boot cut.
yeah.
And before I met you, like I was struggling with my fashion,
He
and
was.
I was wearing tapered jeans and really bad fashion. I had like an Amazon hat that I was wearing.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
not look good.
you,
Thank you. Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, I mean, I can see past those things.
I know. I married a country boy. He wears the same. It's fine. He wears his work hat all the time. I get it.
It's like no tennis shoes with my sports coats.
So he's
You
been
did not like
really
that look.
into what are those shoes you like right now? The hookahs?
Yeah, and there's also
Oh,
some
yeah.
shoes I've got.
But he's got like the all black ones. And I don't know, it just seems like he works at a restaurant or something. I don't know.
Oh,
You know,
I
the
see.
soles are like this thick and they're super comfortable.
Yeah.
But they're comfortable. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of his main focus right now.
Oh, man. I get
that's
it.
just casual, but
He does have nice other shoes, though, I must say.
Yeah. I always look at my heels like I'm going to wear them one day, elevate the jeans and the blazer. But I'm like, man. But, when you host an open house, you only wear them for a little bit, because you got to take them off.
Right. I know. That's the thing. Like with real estate, you just need a good pair of like slip ons because those
yeah.
shoes,
Yes.
they're off and on every time you're in and out of a house.
That's what I wear every weekend are my slip-ons.
Yes. And then I also just wanted to note with like the cozy life and the denim guide, it's not coming from the intention of like we want to tell you, what to wear, but we want to inspire you to find what you love.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and also with that, we have been doing more thrifting.
Yes.
Um, both Lindsay and I, and actually a lot of the girls that work at the shop, were really in our like thrifting world right now. Do you want to talk a little bit about why you like thrifting?
Yeah, sure. Well, thrifting for me is just kind of like, mindlessly like, oh, what's going to look good or what calls to me. That's just kind of how I shop anyway. But now with Fred and I's business, we resell, items, vintage items. And then, so that's giving me more of a goal whenever we go to like the Goodwill and, these shops for resale. But yeah, my main thing always is shoes.
You do good with
I
the shoes.
always
Hmm.
find great shoes,
Yeah.
always. And one of my favorite places to thrift is down in Aberdeen. So when we go camping down there, we always hit up Aberdeen, and they have the best, like, you know, stores for thrifting and everything. And it's just so fun. It's
You
like
can
gold.
just sift through things and
I
yeah, find
know.
the treasure.
Well, Melissa found some good treasures when we went last time. It was,
Yes,
yeah,
it was a really good thrift haul.
it was a really good thrift haul. Yeah. So that's me. That's why I like
And
it.
part of like the 90s too, like thrifting was really popular back then because
Yeah.
especially if you were a teenager or like a preteen. I remember being like 13, 14, and looking for old Levi's cuz everyone wanted like Levi cutoff shorts. And you couldn't
Yes.
just go buy them. Like they didn't
No.
exist, right? And then you could buy them really cheap so you could afford it with like your babysitting money.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, in that age range during that time too, is how they were exploring with fashion. So, um,
Mhm.
you could buy something for a couple dollars and try it and try to work it into your style. So, a lot of times girls in their, I'd say like 11 to 14, they're really trying to figure out their personal style and what they like. And that's part of why we have girls' stuff, especially thrifted girls' stuff at the shop, because I think that's just a part of growing up as a girl and um, like how do you want to be presented to the world.
Yeah.
You do drive by the high school and you see a lot of kids wearing the sweatpants and a hoodie, which is one way to go, which is fine. But then there's also like exploring fashion and trying things that I think is fun. It is
Yeah.
having like a resurgence.
It definitely is. Yeah. I was thinking about that too growing up because we moved so much being in the military and we didn't have a lot of money. So my mom would take my sister and I shopping at the Goodwill all the time. And I would just copy whatever my sister was wearing. So that was very, when you were saying the cut off, like Levi, the jean shorts,
Yeah.
it was that and a big over, like, shirt, a bigger shirt.
A
And
big
then,
t-shirt.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
What about the hair? Was
Oh, I was just gonna go there, Kim. Oh yeah, tease. Yeah, big bangs. Oh yeah, fun
um
times. We love the 90s.
Yeah, a newer category that we have at the shop is what we're calling like pre-loved, which is things that we've bought in at thrift stores or at estate sales, or um, maybe they were from a garage sale, whatever. Clothes that still look new. Like we're not getting like raggedy clothes. Like we're making sure that they still have a lot of life in them, that they're of a good quality, good fiber content, good colors, classic pieces, fun pieces, like whimsical pieces. Like this sweater, I
Yes.
thrifted, and it's the CC brand from Nordstrom.
Oh yeah.
So it retails for probably like $70. And I thrifted it for like 8.99. Um,
Amazing.
I
Good
bought it
deal.
for the shop, but then I just decided to keep it. And this is like pretty bold for me, but like for $8, I can try it, you
Yeah.
know? So
Exactly.
it's kind of fun to be able to dabble. And also, like just the one of a kind. And so for people who do not like thrifting, we have the pre-loved items at the shop because it's all handpicked by us. Um, so you
Yeah.
don't have to sift through all the icky or all the uglies. We've brought
Mm-hmm.
all the good stuff in and it's there. And I've been trying to replenish it every weekend because it's actually selling really fast.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's why people like going to your store is everything's curated. It's handpicked by
Mm-hmm.
you. So whether you're buying an outfit or you're looking for some vintage art or
Mm-hmm.
everything, I think you have really good taste. So someone's not going to go wrong buying something at the shop. It's going to look
Yeah.
good on them or look good in the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
It's
my
very
intention.
true.
That's what I hope for. Because I love
Yeah.
shopping, so making it easy for the community to come in and find something.
And
Well,
that's
and she
something that
shops for me too when we're thrifting. She's like good at it.
and that's
Anytime.
something we've heard as a pain point from a lot of people is they don't know what to wear or where to shop. So I think
Mm-hmm.
with the cozy life and with the Camino shop, you're solving a really big problem there with,
Yeah.
like you said, inspiring people
Yep.
and making it fun. And
Hmm.
it can be fun, right? It doesn't have to be
It should be fun.
stressful.
It
And
should not be stressful. It should always be fun. We're
Mm-hmm.
working on our summer issue now, and that will come out on June 6th, along with our summer launch party. So if you have style dilemmas or things you want help with, message us or comment here, and we'll try to work those into either the Cozy Life or onto a post on social media or in our newsletter. We want to help you guys make it, yeah, fun and easy. And really, that's where all this came from is questions people have at the shop and just corralling it all into one thing. So,
Mm-hmm. I love it.
awesome.
I'm a
yeah.
fan.
So
Cool.
you come in, you can get these. These are free. They're each 28 pages. So there's quite a bit of content in there.
It's good stuff.
Hmm.
Yay. Cool. Awesome.
Well, that
Well,
was
thank
fun.
you. Yeah, that was fun.